Hello sports fans, welcome back to another video. The team I will be talking about in this video is the Cincinnati Bengals, who didn't have a great season in 2023, which was obviously partially because Joe Burrow missed time. He was banged up to start the year as well. And it is worth mentioning that their defense wasn't very great either, but can they get back to Super Bowl picture in 2024? So firstly, talking about the Bengals offense, they did lose Joe Mixon and Tyler Boyd in the offseason, and this could be a concern for some, but I don't really think these losses will hurt that much. I mean, they replaced Mixon with Zach Moss, and I think he's a solid running back, and he'll be able to keep the ground game afloat. The Bengals already have talent receiving. I mean, they have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, who should be able to have great seasons next year, so I'm not really that concerned. Their offensive line still hasn't talent. And just with Joe Burrow being back, obviously I don't know if he'll be healthy or not for sure, but I'm going to assume that he'll be able to stay healthy for this next season. And their offense will return back to like top 5 form, maybe a little bit worse than that, but I'm going to go with top 5, honestly. I have a lot of faith in this offense. Now defensively, this side of the ball should be a little bit more of a concern for the Bengals overall. I think that all Bengals fans should be relieved that Trey Henderson is back, because there was talk about him possibly requesting a trade and would they be able to keep him, but it looks like he's back for the year. And I mean, he's so valuable for getting pressure and just for their defense in general, so that'll be great. And I think their other D linemen will be able to contribute. Obviously DJ Reader going away is kind of tough, but I think they'll still be pretty good on that end. Their cornerbacks, now that's the main concern, because I just think that some of them have potential, but they haven't really panned out, and it's like you're kind of banking on that fact that they'll pan out. But the big factor is how their safeties will play, to me at least, because if Geno Stone and Von Bell contribute, which they both are kind of question marks, that'll be huge for the defense, and it'll allow for them to at least be middle of the pack. And their linebacking core is still good with Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt, so it's tough to exactly land where their defense will be, but I think it'll at least be middle of the pack, and I might go a step further and say it'll be pretty good next year. I think that going into 2024, the Bengals should be easy contenders. I mean, Joe Burrow, I think he'll come back healthy with a vengeance, and I think the defense will improve overall. Even though I just said that might be a concern with them, I think their defense will end up being like I said before, at least middle of the pack. And I honestly think they could, maybe be like borderline top 10. So even though their defense isn't the best, I think they're going to get like 12 to 13 wins. They're going to win the division, and they're really going to be a threat to any team next year. So honestly, watch out. And for fantasy, I would say that obviously Jamar Chase, you draft like top 5. And then after that, Zach Moss, I think, is a pretty underrated running back. Honestly, you could kind of get him in the later rounds. T. Higgins, also pretty solid, like flex play most weeks, or maybe even a wide receiver too. And lastly, I think that Joe Burrow, he's not going to go like, top 5 QBs, so you could kind of wait out and then still get him and get a solid QB. So thank you for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.